Hey guys, I'm finally done my finals, and right now I'm just in my room at my parents' house. I'm just gonna stay over until I start school again. Anyways, I'll be doing a video, another video about when parents turn their backs on you because you came out as transgender. Okay, so yeah, so I'll try not to swear my video. So yeah, um, yeah, so my last video, if you watched it, had a lot of bad words, so I'll try to make this video swear free, so yeah. Okay, so, I'm gonna begin with a story where when I came out to my parents as transgender. So when I came up to my mom, she was very accepting, and she told me, you're still the same person no matter what. You're still you, and she told me, like if you want to change your name, I'm accepting of that and stuff like that. So yeah, like my mom is a very amazing person. She accepts me for who I am. She's very caring, and yeah, she's really generous too, and she makes good food, of course. Um, and she's also very open-minded. So yeah, and that's what I like about her. Um, when I came out to my dad, he was very close-minded, and yeah, it was very frustrating. Like him and I kind of got in a fight, and it was pretty bad. Um, like he would say things like "you're a girl, you're not a boy" and stuff like that, and he's like, "Oh, I don't like this," and blah blah blah, and I don't know. It's just yeah. Well, he refused to call me by my preferred name, and yeah, I don't know. Like I don't understand people sometimes. Like why people can be closed minded. I just can't understand it. Like like he would say stuff like, "Oh, you're making me tired," and in my head, I'm just like, "Oh, you blame me for just because you're tired," and blah blah blah. And it's just like I don't know. It's just I don't understand people sometimes. I just don't. Like right now, I've cut ties with him, so I don't talk to him so much now. So like it's just like I know my mom wants me to give him another chance to prove himself, but I find that I feel like he's just not. So I don't know. Like I find that whenever he apologizes, I feel like he doesn't commit to changing and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just haven't. I just cut ties with him right now, so just not really speaking to him that much. So yeah, just keeping my distance and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah. So because I feel like he hasn't been a supportive parent, and I feel like it's just time to cut ties with him. So like just that's all I'm saying. So it feels really upsetting to have one of your parents turn back on you just because you come out as transgender or gay or lesbian or whatever, and it really does feel bad. And if any of you guys have ever experienced that where you came up to one of your parents as gay, lesbian, like transgender and so on, and you had your like if you had and you had your like backs turned and stuff like that, so you can let me know in the comments. And yeah, like I don't know. I just hope someday my dad will change his mind. So right now he's just I don't know. It's really hard to understand him if he's not understand. It's hard to understand people who are not understanding. It just is. Like it's easier to understand people if they're willing to understand you. That's what I find. So like people are complicated. Like it's like the way we think, and we don't always say what we mean to say, and we have irrational thoughts. We don't always have rational thoughts. It's like we have thoughts for no reason, and yeah, it's like we say things without meaning to say it, and I find it's easier to take it's easy to take it literally. Just in case you don't know, I've been like diagnosed as being on the autism spectrum. Like I've been diagnosed with that in 2013 when I did my like psychology assessment. So those of you guys who don't know what autism is, it's basically it's a neuro disorder, and it affects how you think and how you understand the world. So, in this case, I'm on the mild end of the autism spectrum. I have PDD, which stands for pervasive development disorder. So yeah, that's why I can take things literally, like what people say. So sometimes I can't tell if people are joking or not. So, or I don't know, like people are just complicated things. Like people are just complicated. It's not like math, which is 1 + 1 = 2, the square root of 9 is 3, and so on. You know, like math is very I find with math and science, like with science, well, especially math, it's very precise. It's very predictable versus people are very unpredictable, and like who knows when they'll start acting up, who knows when they'll like, you know, who knows when they'll start saying things that they don't mean to say. Like people are just unpredictable, like they just are. Like it just is. And sometimes I can't understand why can be so like closed-minded, and why people be so stubborn and stuff like that. I don't understand. I don't understand why you need to be that way. It's just unnecessary, I think, you know. I think it's very irrational, and from my point of view, just to be closed-minded, just to not accept, just to not be accepting to another, just like, oh, like, you know, it's just like not accepting your child because he or she is gay or whatever, right? Like there's just no need for that. Like you know, like there's no need for that at all. Like you know, no matter what, your child's still your child. Like, you know, like being turned back on it's really depressing. It's very upsetting, and yeah. Apparently, I have to focus on the things that I can control instead of things I can't control. Like the problem with me is that I tend to focus on the things that I do control, but that I can't control. Like for example, like my dad, I can't control what he thinks or says. I can only control what I do. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Like our relationship isn't the greatest, and I don't and it's just, yeah. Like I stayed in residence for a few days just to get away from that chaos and stuff like that, and did some cleaning and stuff like that, and now I'm back here. Like what my concern is, the further I go through transition, he might abuse me. I'm afraid it's gonna be physical. So I don't know what he's gonna do. Like will he punch me? Will he kick me? No, will he do these things? Like, you know, it's who knows, right? Because I can imagine what he could do, like, what he'll do once he start transitioning and all that stuff, and that's my worst fear right now. So yeah, it's like who knows if it'll be physical or not. So yeah, that's my worst fear ever. So yeah, like one thing I'm proud of is I have my mom and sisters who are supportive, and if my whole family was not supportive, I would have not be here right now. So I would not be here if no one in my family is supportive. So yeah, so I thank the Lord that I'm here. So I thank the Lord that I have like sisters and my mom who are like a positive influence. I have professors that are accepting, and I have friends who are accepting, and so forth. So one thing I have to do is thank the Lord what I have. So yeah, Like one thing my mom wants me to do is to not to focus on the negative side of my dad too much. But the thing is, I'm really bad at letting go. I hold grudges, and this is because I fixate on things. And yeah, it turns out it's part of the autism spectrum disorder. So yeah, this is why I am bad at not holding grudges. So yeah, like I'll try not to let what my to not let my dad just like define me who I am, because the only person that knows who I am is myself. That's what I think. So I'm not gonna care what he says or whatever. I'll try not to. So I won't guarantee you that I won't care, but I'll try not to. That's the best I can do. So yeah. So I apologize. This is a long video. So yeah. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I really encourage that you subscribe. So yeah, see ya.